Hello, so today we're going to go through how to pull the slack out the bar. A big thing with deadlifts is making sure that you are in that right position to start the lift, to make sure that you optimize your strength aspect, maximize that lift to its most potential. And you can do that with one simple thing, which is pulling the slack out the bar before you actually do the lift. So what is pulling the slack out the bar? So at the moment, the hole in the weight is going to be slightly bigger than the barbell itself, obviously, because it has to slide in there. So if you listen to this, that noise is the bar being pulled up into the roof of the hole of the plate. The idea between pulling the slack out the bar is that you want to lift that bar into the roof of that hole with as much tension as possible, but without actually lifting the weight off the floor. So the next thing I want you to make sure you are doing is, if you do not have lifting shoes, Converse or Vans, I want you to take your trainers off. These trainers are pretty new. They're quite firm, but they still have a little bit of sponge to them. What this is going to do is going to give you a nice solid base to press from, so you can really root yourself into the floor, which again is going to be a real key element to a successful deadlift event of any sort. So we set ourselves up correctly. Feet or mid-foot under the bar. I'm going to take hold of the weight just outside the legs. Obviously there are different variations of deadlifts, but at the moment we're going to be looking at a conventional deadlift. And then from this point, I'm just going to drop my hips a little bit lower until my shins touch that bar. Now at this point, I'm going to pull that bar into the top of this weight. And at that point, I'm going to lock my shoulders down and back. My hips are now ready to go. The second I put any more pressure into the floor and start to lift my chest up, straighten my legs, that bar is going to lift. There's no little bit of yank. There's no my hips go first. There's no bending of the arm. I hold the bar, I lock myself into position, and now I'm ready. The second I push any more, that bar's going to start moving off the floor at this point. So that is what we call pulling the slack off the bar. Lifting the bar into the weight with as much tension as possible. And you are at like a biting point of a car. Anytime you put any more pressure into the ground, that weight is going to start lifting.